Live. Super,
Can we
super
just
live.
be silly?
Silly. Of course we can be silly. I think that's why we try to do this. Why is everyone racing to get rich?
So I've been seeing this statement circulating online, and it pretty much says you have about 36 months to make it. And it makes sense because AI will continue to replace jobs no matter how much people fight against it. Money as we know it will change or even cease to exist because millions of ASIs, or artificial superintelligences, will rapidly execute tasks beyond human comprehension, dictating humanity's future. And aside the point, if you're interested in crypto, this is probably the last time you're going to see incredible gains because they're being regulated, they're being adopted, and after this, they're going to become more like stocks. Now, my intention with this video isn't to scare you or sound sensationalist. Everything I just read is things that I've been seeing circulating online. I'm indifferent. I don't know whether it's true or whether it's false. So those aren't my opinions. That's just what we're here to talk about today. It can be absolutely wrong, and I expect most of it to be wrong. You may not have 36 months to make it, but in my eyes, you have about 36 months until the definition of making it
When was it
changes
posted?
drastically. Now, my
A month ago. Oh. So now we
intention
have
with
35 months.
this video is to provide you with a perspective that will allow you to notice opportunities in this future that is coming very fast, because it's quite obvious that something is changing, right? We're in this very noisy time on social media, on YouTube, everywhere. And usually what that means when there's a lot of conflict, a lot of chaos, that means that a new ordered structure is going to emerge, and we don't know what that is yet.
Yeah.
Thankfully, human nature remains.
See,
pretty much
even
the
he
same.
believes that there will be a new world order.
So what do you mean by even he believe? He's the person that's telling you this.
Oh, really?
No.
Oh.
What do you mean by even he?
No, like I feel like I think he was just, how I heard it was like he was just putting it out there, like saying like, okay, there's going to be a change, but not like new world order, meaning like a lot of the things, a lot of the systems we're adapting to is based on, you know, like how much you can make within this year, right? How much knowledge you can gain, how much like versatility you're open to, you know, stuff of that nature.
But think that this period of rapid growth is marking a clear distinction between machines and humans. Those who lean into their humanity will thrive, and those who can't stop identifying with mechanical living, on the other hand, may not. So the first thing we need to talk about is those who lean into their humanity will thrive.
Inward humanity,
That's
inward.
what we're saying this morning.
Yeah.
Do inner work.
It's all inner work. It's
If you
all
keep identifying with the society, then you
Yeah.
will not survive.
Yeah.
That's all
well,
inner
like,
work.
and then it's just like a lot of the things that I see what people try to do is similar to just like all the types of TV shows that you used to watch, where it's like it has to be like super engaging, like super crazy, you know. And I just feel like there's people, hey, you know, you gotta make money, you gotta make money, but I don't think that's the only identity that you should look at, right? Because once you get older, like I think it's just what you're gonna be like doing, you know, certain thing for the rest of your life. Like people change all the time,
That's what I think. You think people who are spiritual leader or who are they do their entire life doing this and never have to be afraid of being replaced because nothing can replace a spiritual leader. Not AI can replace a spiritual leader.
Identifying with mechanical living, on the other hand, may not.
It's not like Dalai Lama's like, my next incarnation will be ChatGPT. That would be funny. Well, my next incarnation will be born on the internet. No.
Do you know what? So I don't know if it's true or not, but I just saw a headline of Matthew McConaughey, the actor, who he wants to give an LLM all of his books, all of his mannerism, all of his.
So he lives forever on the internet.
Not just live forever on the internet, but he wants to see how accurate this LLM can be, right? I mean, yeah. I mean, in some ways, we don't know. He might. That might be the case.
Oh God. What's that? What's that?
Pantheon.
Pantheon.
Exactly. Yeah. I know.
So the first thing
Sam Altman put a post way back when saying that Pantheon is great, and I was like, he finally just heard about Pantheon for a guy who's creating AI, because he's so busy. But cool. It's crazy. Pantheon. If you guys don't know what Pantheon is, go on Amazon, find Pantheon anime. Very good. Yeah.
Is the concept of doers versus directors, because this is going to become extremely important whether AI takes over the world or not.
We're all going to be
Are you a
directors.
doer or are you a director? So
Exactly.
I want to set the scene
Creators
with
or
this
directors.
with a very kind of famous Sam Altman quote.
What are you talking about?
10-person billion-dollar companies pretty soon. In my little group chat with my tech CEO friends, there's this betting pool for the first year that there's a 1% billion-dollar.
Oh, exactly. So basically, see, you have to be a visionary. You see the future is more of an individual company.
Yeah. I wrote a little note on my notepad today, thinking of with all of the ideas that I was talking to you last night, like putting that on a website as a landing page. But that landing page is basically my world, right? So you enter in, you can do all these other things. Eventually, yes, I do see that when you individualize, if the US dollar starts to go down, you're going to need something to hold. You're going to have some new form of investment, right? So meaning your value, which you can make into a currency, people will put money into that currency. It's kind of like Disney dollars and stuff like that. But if it's high in value, people want to keep reinvesting, right? And then therefore you have, audience and people to value at a very different level. Because right now the dollar has nothing. It's an agreement of right now worldwide for everyone to agree on. But once Bitcoin becomes the new kind of base, because what I thought people would, and I didn't know this, you can take, let's say you take Ethereum, you take Solana. People usually just take that, and as soon as it hits us, and they keep investing more because it's a low level entry compared to Bitcoin, because Bitcoin is the biggest one. But they usually transfer most of the time, sometimes from those, other rankings to get some more Bitcoins eventually. Kind of like MicroStrategy guy,
One thing is certain here: the amount of power that an individual has is vastly more now than it has been at any time in the past. And this has occurred in 3 layers. First, the internet gave people access to any and all knowledge, power transferred away from schools and institutions. Second is that social media gave people the leverage to attract their own audience, power transferred away from employers, publishers, centralized media, and even record labels. People can now learn, build, and earn without being dependent on someone else's authority.
Boom.
And third is artificial intelligence is giving people the ability to create, automate, and outsource almost anything. Power is transferring away from traditional gatekeepers and intermediaries. People will soon be able to operate at the level of large teams with a fraction of the manpower. Now, I know this isn't true for all situations, but this is largely true. The internet gave you an insane amount of power.
Yeah.
And if you were born in the digital first age, like Gen Z was, or like me, who's kind of a millennial, I heard that yesterday. It's like the people born from 1995 to 2000. It's like you're in between millennials and Gen Z, where you're kind of still digital first. But Gen Z people are obviously those who have grown up with this technology and they're leveraging it, and their lives are both substantially better and substantially worse from this because they haven't learned how to negate the worst. So with that said, whether you've taken advantage of these or not, you have 3 superpowers at your disposal right now to take control of your future. And those are 1, learning, so the ability to adapt and figure out what actions you must take to get specific results. 2, persuasion, the ability to build trust and attract people to a mutually beneficial vision or narrative. We're talking about persuasion and mutual benefit, not manipulation. And 3, execution, so the ability to turn ideas into reality through automation, creation, and delegation. So this creates a clear distinction between who will thrive and who won't. Doers versus directors. Employees versus entrepreneurs, low agency versus high agency, those who assign work rather than being assigned work. So you assigning the work.
He's talking about AI bots. So right now, a lot of them are using for just like, technical work. Like,
He's talking about you rather being a high agency.
No, I know, yeah. But you also are the one who is telling the agents what to do. Because right now,
you are the agency, or you create the agency.
Right, yeah.
Self-direction, directing their own career, or to an AI prompt, or an automation tool, or something of that nature that allows you to do more and pursue your personal goals that bring more meaning and fulfillment to your life. So, free people. The definition of a free individual is those who pursue their interests and do many things throughout their lives. It's those that don't need permission to identify and solve a problem to create value in the world. And since new problems emerge as reality gets more complex, and we're entering this period with AI and technology that is making reality very complex, there are more problems to solve than ever. There's more opportunities than ever for that reason alone. If you don't understand that problems are infinite, I would recommend you take a year and read The Beginning of Infinity by David Deutsch and truly study it and understand it. If you want kind of a summary of it, I talk about it in my free book, Purpose and Profit. You can buy the paperback on Amazon, but on my Substack, it's free. So if problems are infinite,
The Substack is subscription. You can read it for free, but you have to pay for membership.
Oh.
So that's how he monetizes.
Good for him.
The book is free, but you have to subscribe to his Substack.
All right. See, but he's already offered you like, hey, like, this is where I got the book. You read it, but if you want the short summary, you gotta
By me.
Yeah.
then solutions or value or wealth creation is also infinite. That means money is also infinite, but money is not limited to the definite. Summary of it, I talk about it in my free book.
It's a book.
You take a year and read The Beginning of Infinity by David Deutsch.
Check in the library if they have it.
So if problems are infinite, then solutions or value or wealth creation is also infinite. That means money is also infinite.
I have a book called Don't Play the Nine Game, Play the Infinite Game.
Mm-hmm.
He said like everybody's chasing money, but the way how they play is like everything is limited.
Mm-hmm.
The money is limited. So they said like you have to jump out of it and think of everything's infinite.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
No one is winner, no one's loser in the infinite game.
Mm-hmm.
But money is not limited to the definition of the US dollar, right? It's changing right now with Bitcoin technology. The reality is, in the past, it was seashells, right? You trade seashells, that was your money. In the future,
Exactly.
we don't know what it's going to be. It's going to take the shape of culture and society, but it's still infinite because it represents value exchange, and that's innate to
That's what I'm
human
saying.
nature.
I feel
So we
like
got that out of the
I feel like the younger generation, they don't care whether it's a US dollar or Bitcoin, right? For them, they want to purchase, like everyone wants to purchase experiences.
I don't care what the future generation wants. I care what I want.
What we want. But again, you encompasses with the community, right? You encompasses like,
Yeah, but
Right.
they're still you gravitate everybody
to
towards
your
you.
world. Yes, I understand that.
You're not like what they want.
Mhm.
So what I need to be
Do
like
for
them.
them. Yeah, that's fair.
Like, you need to become a director. You need to become an orchestrator. You need to become high agency. You need to identify, solve problems, learn, build, all of the things that you would do if you were pursuing your own goals and didn't conform to the life that you were set on as a child by your parents and teachers. And the thing about that is that whether AI was coming into play or not, that's the best way to live. That's how you live as a free individual. So I don't understand why you're complaining if AI is coming in and kind of forcing people to do this if they want to thrive in the future, because that's how you thrive in the future either way. It doesn't freaking matter if AI is the catalyst to that. AI is obviously the catalyst to that. Oh, but then AI just generates slop and it's going to turn the internet into this wasteland, right? The dead internet is accelerating, and I've created an entire video on that. I don't think that's the case at all. The internet's been dead for a while now, AI or not, and there's still very much a living internet. So how do we get on that side? How do we get on the side of the living internet? We need to understand that taste is the new intelligence, because there's a huge anti-AI crowd, and personally, I think they're going to lose. I think that is the losing side.
Yeah.
I do not think that you should be on, like, you should identify as anti-AI. So as we continue moving toward the future and as technology continues to develop, there will be an uproar of emotional people who are identified and attached with the tools of the past, and these people will attempt to discredit those who start to integrate AI in their work, especially creative work, because people have a lot of pent-up emotions around what creativity is, what art is, and I think that is blocking their ability to see how AI actually plays a role, because most people think that AI generations are just random, that you're just like, oh, I'm telling this AI to create a post and then I'm going to post it, and
Okay. We gotta get going. Thank you, wife. Amazing food.
Amazing
next time.
healthy food.
Amazing
with
healthy
40
food.
grams protein
Nice.
and a lot of veggies and
Mhm.
a lot of vitamin C to help boost your immunity and
Thank
help
you for work.
synthesize protein
Mhm.
or muscle.
Thank you. Toodaloo. Okay. Done.